Kiki was heated. She was livid. I'm over there being a host, talking to Kenyatta. Kiki come over there like from behind me, backdoored me pretty much. So you in her face? First of all, I didn't even know how to respond. I didn't know how to respond because it was like, I really went in her face, but I was just talking to her. So I was like, what? So Kenyatta like, here we go with this. So she like, yeah, here we go with this. I'm like, stop. I'm like, why you acting like that? She like, really? You gonna be in her face? I'm like, it's a party. So all of a sudden, Marky like, hey yo, you gotta see this, bro. Come in. So he put his arm around me like that. I'm like, hold on. He like, no, you gotta check it out. So I walk off. But I'm looking and I see them talking. The body language don't look friendly. The body language don't look friendly. So as we walking, I see Raymond. I'm like, hey, come in. So Marky let me go and he started walking like over there by this table. So I'm like, why is it a table out? Because when we came out here, it wasn't no table out. We got like one table with 2 white stools on a patio. We got a couple of, places that you can sit. But other than that, this table here, this particular table ain't been out. So I'm like, okay, but I see Raymond. I'm like, hey, come in. So I lean over, whispering in his ear. I'm like, hey, can you keep an eye on Kenyatta and Kiki? Because I think they're about to get ready to fight. He like, oh, you want me to play referee? I'm like, please. He like, I got you, bro. So he goes over there straight up. So I feel confident that everything gonna go good over there. So he over there, he talking to them. Boom. I goes over there where Mark was at. Now we had a table. Now my mom used to have this table when she had like super big parties. Like super, super big parties. She used to bring this table out because she used to have food inside the bar where it's like a nice table and stuff like that with food everywhere. But it used to be like extra food. So the table was really long. We talking about, it was long. It was long, all right? Because people used to put their food, when my mom used to bring it out, people used to line their food up on that. How did Marky get this out? I do not know. He had to have help. I don't even know how that was even going on, but I guess I was so busy making sure everybody else was Gucci Cabana. I would really pay attention to him, especially let alone thinking that he's finna bring out this type of table. So Marky had 7 shots. We had little shot plastic things, like plastic shot things, but they was little. And so he had it lined up. It was like 7 of them. So he like, we finna play a game. And so I'm like, what kind of game y'all finna play? And so he was like, I don't know, like a number game or something like that. I'm like, nah. He like, yeah. He like, what y'all thinking? And so they all down. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, a number game? I'm like, I got a better idea. So as we talking, a lot of people start crowding the table. I dip, so if I go right in the kitchen, open up the drawer, we got a deck of spades card, like a deck of cards, right? Spades, right? So I got a good legit idea of what we could do. So I'm like, all right, look, y'all, we're going to play high and low. So I'm like, whoever got the highest card got to take a shot. So everybody like, all right, boom, that's the plan. Whoever got the highest card got to take a shot. So we get some more. I'm like, we got some more of those shot things. Marky like, yeah. So me, Marky, and Raymond, Shanice, they helped me. Boom. We put it around. So it's about, at this time, like 20 people, okay? So I'm assuming this is not a get-together no more. This is not a get-together no more. This is a party. This is legit a party. But so we brings about like 60 little small cups. So it went around 3 times, okay? Boom. We pouring the liquor. We wasting it on the table, but we pouring the liquor, right? So I'm like, all right, now me, I'm going to play it smart. So everybody lines up. So I'm like, look, one person stand right here and another person go around. So it's like 1 and 1. So it's like 1 here, 1 here. So it's like they across from each other. Boom, 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 all the way down. Right? All right, the people that can't, like the table that went all the way down, the people that we can't see, when we keep going down, we're just going high and low, high and low, high and low. So me, I'm going to be the dealer. The house always win. See, I ain't going to get drunk. I ain't going to get lifted. I ain't going to get towed up. I got to pay attention. Mark trying to get as lit as possible. He trying to get lit as possible. So I got the cards. I'm like, look, we playing high and low. I'm like, whoever got you know what I'm saying, the high card, they got to take the shot. Everybody understand the rules, yes. So, boom, we flipping it, boom, 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 boom. People taking their shots, whoever losing. I get the marquee. Now, mind you, for the people that's in the back, mind you, we had talked about the rules and the regulations already. We know what game we playing. You in the middle. So it's several people before it come to you. So you know what you got to do. When they get the marquee, I give him his card. It's face down. The cards are face down. I face down their cards. His card and the guy card that was in front of him. So I was like, hey, because he was invited by a mutual friend. I think by one of Shanice's friends. So I was like, hey, look. I say, you better hope you don't got to take a shot. He say, no. He like, let's just, you know what I'm saying, guess our card. I'm like, what? He like, I want to be able to say if we got high or low. I'm like, no. He like, no, that's a better idea. I say, but then the other opponent won't get to talk. If you say high or low and you're right, or that person right, like that don't make sense. He like, what y'all think? They like, no. They like, let's just keep it like this. He like, well, I want to do it like that. I'm like, okay, come on, Marky. Make it your way. He like, I got high. So when he flipped it over, he had low. So the other person don't got to say nothing. It doesn't matter what they got. It doesn't matter what they got. We could have just kept on playing it anonymous. Making it fun, making it mysterious. You know what I'm saying? Getting a little mystery in it, a little spin on it, making it fun. So, boom, he still ended up having to take the shot. I'm like, look, we got to play the game right, y'all. Look, if you don't want to play, just get out the game. He like, come on, bro. I'm like, if you don't want to play, just get out the game. So, boom, we come back around. Now, Mark is still getting stuck with taking shots. So, boom, I'm like, let's cut up the music. So, Brianna was over there by the little karaoke box we had. So, she cut it up. So, you know Usher hits different. Look, I loved me some Usher. The 8701. The 8701 album just was hitting different. Boom. So one of them songs came on. We on the next round. Boom. So all of a sudden, R. Kelly comes on. R. Kelly comes on, right? When you know when R. Kelly comes on, he got like the vibe, right? So all of a sudden, I'm getting tugged on. So I look, it's the register girl. She like, come here. So I'm like, hey, you gonna be next. So she like, I don't want the shot. So I'm like, we go in the corner. Now, we're by the patio. Okay, we still at the party / get together, but we in a dip off. So I'm like lean back in the corner. So we listening to the music. The karaoke stereo thing is like, it's kind of right there, but not really. But it's kind of loud for us. We can hear it. So she like pushed me, and I lean back, and I'm standing up, and she just like throwing her posterior, throwing her butt on me, like throwing her booty, like I'm talking about throwing it in a circle. So she like, it's okay to hold my hips. So she like, we at a party. So I'm like, the rest of her, I mean, she just, and so I kind of like relax my eyes a little bit. I'm like, so I hit him like, oh, look at them over there. Kiki give me this look when I open my eyes and look, because I'm hearing everybody like, oh, look. Raven like, oh, you over there. So everybody started dancing. So Kiki looking. And so she like, so I'm like, hey, you better stop, right? So I tell the rest of her, you better stop. She like, ooh, she like, you want to go back to my crib later? I'm like, she like, and do what we did. Just one more time. She like, one more time, don't hurt. And so she in the front like, gee, I'm talking about. I was like, so I'm holding her like with my arm around her waist. I'm like, maybe. So I'm like, I'm just trying to be cool and smooth mine. So boom, I end up dipping over to the side. So boom, Shanice, she lights up. So everybody dancing, everybody getting going. So I looks over, I see Roy like low key kind of like over there with Kiki a little bit, but not really. But everybody just kind of like basically mingling. So me, I'm like, let me go check on Caleb. So I go check on Caleb. Caleb up there playing his game. He don't want no snack now. He just chilling. He ain't bothering me too much. So I was surprised that he wasn't bothering me too much, but cool. Let's get back out there to the party. So I get out there, back out there, and all of a sudden, Kenyatta was like, I might be liking on you. I'm like, what? She like, I might be liking on you. I'm like, you ain't liking on me. She like, no. I used to always, every time I used to see you, I used to be like, who is that? I'm like, yeah, but you feel like you want to fight me. She like, I don't want to fight you. She like, I wanted to fight it over there. I'm like, what? She like, it. So when I look, I see that Christopher now kind of got like, you know what I'm saying? Kiki and the Choco, they talking. So boom. Brianna comes back over there. She like, can I talk to you? I'm like, yeah. She like, I'm about to get ready to go. So Piper like, hey, can you tell me where the napkins at? I just waste my drink. I'm like, hey, Raymond, can you show Piper where the napkins at? So I goes and get ready to walk, you know what I'm saying, Brianna to the front. So boom, we go. I'm like, how you getting home? She like, oh, my dad, he let me drive his car. I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm like, that's what's up. She like, I got my permit, but I'm going to just drive slow. I'm like, you're not drunk, right? She like, no, I only had a few shots. I'm like, yeah, I'm tipsy. She like, you don't miss me? I'm like, huh? She like, you don't miss me? I'm like, a little bit. I'm like, look, we can talk tomorrow. I'm like, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. She like, how about we talk right now? So she grabbing on my junk. She like, give me a kiss. I'm like, well, all you hear is back door now, open it. And she let me go, right? Boom, Piper walking straight in. So I'm like, she like, oh, I was just gonna go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, okay. Look, my friend down here is like, after she let it go, I don't know. It just started standing. It just started standing to a tent. It was just on something. I was like, oh no. It was like, in my mind, I was like, did she see that? Did she see him see her? Like, did she see? Oh my God, did she see? Like, I was concerned. Boom. Brianna ended up like, you gonna walk me to the car? I walk her to the car. So she like, can I get a kiss? I'm like, no. She like, come on, give me a kiss. I'm like, no. She like, give me a kiss. I'm like, no. She like, please. So she started kissing me on my neck. I'm like, okay. So boom, we bought a car. Kissing her. Boom. Kind of like, Joe, we was like kind of trying to get busy right there. So I'm like, we better stop. So she like, so tomorrow, right? I'm like, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Boom, I open up the door. She gets in the car. Boom, she dips, right? So as I'm getting ready, you know what I'm saying, to walk back into my yard inside my crew, I see Beffy. I see Mrs. Beffy. I see Beth, right? She looking. I'm like, she like, hey, Rody Dody. I'm like, yeah. She like, come here. I'm like, no, I'm busy right now. She like, hey, can I come over there? I'm like, come over where? She like, over there. I'm like, over where? She said, they said you having a party. I'm like, who is they? She like, my friend, you having a party? I'm like, no. I'm like, they sending you off. I walk away, right? So I go back. I'm like, who text Beth? Who text Beth and said I'm having a party? So Kenyatta was like, no, I text Beth and said that I'm next door and it's a party. Do she want? I'm like, but I said she can't. Why would you tell? You know she gonna tell my mom. She like, your mom ain't gonna believe her. I'm like, tripping. So she like, stop. I'm not tripping. I'm like, you is tripping. She like, and I'm not. I'm like, get out my face. She like, make me. I'm like, you know what? You better stop playing with me. So Remy like, hey, come here. So Shanice, right? She over there with her peoples. They got 3 L's in a circle, Chief. Marky, he's over there in a chair. He in a chair. He like, yo. He see me. He like, yo, bro. Oh man, I should have never smoked. It feel like it's swirling. I see the sky spinning. I'm like, bro, you better not get sick of me. He like, no, I'm good. So a song came on. He like, oh man, cut this. I'm like, shh, because we can't be that loud. So all of a sudden, we see the sensor light pop off on our opposite side. So Miss Smith let up her window. We see Miss Smith, boom, let up her window, and I look. I'm like, yo, shh. So we comes on the sideways so Miss Smith can't see us. Because that means she got to lift up her screen, duck her head out, and look all the way over there. So boom, I'm like, hey, so Kenyatta like, can you come here? I'm like, what? She like, Beth at the door. I'm like, huh? She like, Beth. I'm like, she not coming in. I'm like, you can go out there to go see her. She like, I'm not going out there to see her. I'm like, well, she not coming in. I don't care if she hit a party bouncing off. She not coming in. I'd rather get in trouble on my, she is not coming in. No, that's not my friend. So boom, I left her out there ringing the bell. So boom, Roy over there talking to Kiki, sideline talking to Kiki. So boom, I'm like, all right, like I didn't even care. Like everybody doing them, everybody talking, like everybody around. So Raymond like, come on, get in the session. So boom, we chiefing, we having a good time, right? So everybody's starting to get a little litty. I'm like, y'all at 2, we gotta get ready to go. So I started saying, Marky, come on, we gotta pick up this table and put this table big. Everybody need to put, who helped you? Who helped you? So he ended up taking the parts, breaking the parts down. We take it in the toilet and boom. As I'm coming up, you hear, oh, and you hear like our fence, like you hear, so you hear Christopher, you see Christopher and Roy, they into it, like pushing each other, shoving each other. I'm like, hey, yo, no fighting. What's wrong? So Marky like, hey, yo, chill. Raymond like, yo. I'm like, no, wait. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, both of y'all finna have to go. So Roy like, what? I'm like, both of y'all gotta go. I'm like, matter of fact, everybody gotta leave. So everybody like, what? I'm like, what's going on? What happened? Right? I'm trying to see what happened. So Yo-Yo comes to me and she like, oh, Roy had, was over there dancing with Kiki. Christopher came over there and was like moving on him. I'm like, what? So I'm like, wait, they go together. So that kind of blew me, right? I'm like, that blew me. So everybody ended up leaving. We Gucci. So now it's just me, Raymond, Shanice, Doodoo, and Marky. Okay? Everybody else is gone. Everybody else is gone. So I sit down, I say, whew. I'm in the living room, I'm like, y'all, that was cool. So I'm like, I'm messed up. So Raymond like, you're crazy. I'm like, what? He like, you bro gonna all here? Like, Marky like, you watch. And he's like, how you do that? All of a sudden, ling, 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 ling. Who's that? I'm like, who is it? Open the door and find out. So I shoot upstairs. We ain't playing those crackhead games. I shoot upstairs. Look on my mom monitor. It's Kenyatta. It's Kenyatta at the door. So I open up the door. I'm like, what's up? She like, I think I left something in the back. I'm like, all right, boom. So I open up the door. I take it out to the back. Everybody else, they in the living room. So she like, I don't know. I think it was over here. I think it was over there. So I'm like standing on the patio step like this. Like, what you looking for? She was like, my earring. I'm like, she like, it's gone now. True enough, her earring was gone. So I'm like, if I look for it, if I see it, I'll bring it. I'm like, you work tomorrow? Because I work tomorrow. She like, yeah, I work tomorrow. I'm like, I'll bring it to you if I see it. She like, okay. So boom, I'm getting ready to walk her to our back door. So boom, we get right here, like where it's a big gate. So it's like, like how you getting ready to get close to your door, you can't see the other side no more. You're not open. So we was kind of close. As soon as we walking, boom, it's like this wall right here. Okay, so it's a wall. We're walking, boom, boom, boom. So it's just like now the wall and the gate. And so she like straight aggressive, boom, push me like that on the brick wall. She pushed me like, I didn't know if to swing. So I was like, what is happening? I think she wanted to swing on me. And she started kissing on me. She threw her leg up. So I'm like, what you doing? Kenyatta was fun. I'm like, what you doing? So she kissing on me, grabbing. I'm like, we end up doing it outside. I'm out there wanging this girl outside. I make her put her hands up on the gate. Now, it's a white gate. Nobody can see through this gate. The gate, my mom had a gate. My mom and dad had a gate that it was white and it came all the way up. Only how you can see it if you had a big window and you could look over. That's it. So she had her hand on the gate. I'm like, I'm having my moment. So she was like, oh my God. And so I'm like, oh, so she looking back and she slamming it on it like she was doing her thing. I'm like, yo, I'm about to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Joe went in there just bare, okay? This is when you're young, you're not thinking. You're not thinking when you're young, right? It was just a hit of the moment. Boom, I pull out. I'm like, oh my God, like I couldn't believe it, right? So I was like, I was like, oh, I gotta go in there and do the walk of shame. So I hurry up, pull my clothes up real quick. As we pulling our clothes up, I know I'm finna go straight to the bathroom. So she was like, I need to go to the bath. So she, in my mind, I'm telling myself I know I need to go to the bathroom because I gotta clean up. She like, can I go to the bathroom? I'm like, yeah, you can go to the bathroom. And so we goes in, you hear back during that opening. And so Marky was like, oh, I was just gonna come out there. He like, everything good? I'm like, yeah. So he like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. So she shoots to the bathroom. He like, oh, okay, all you hear, ling, ling, ling. I'm like, hey, y'all grab it. I gotta go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, clean myself up, right? Clean myself up. Guess who it is, y'all? It's the register girl. I comes downstairs, the register girl, they like, hey, yo, the register girl at the door. I'm like, what? Right? I was thrown off. They like, the girl at the job is at the door. I didn't know at first. Then when I look, it's the register girl. She at the door. So I'm like, all right, so Kenyatta, she's coming up. So I'm like, hey, come on. So boom, I open up the door. She leaves, but as she's leaving out, and I'm going out because the register girl at the door, Kenyatta just looked at me. I'm like, you crazy. So boom, so the register girl like, oh, what she was doing here? I thought we all left together. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, but she stayed down the street. I'm like, Shanice Doodoo. I'm like, there's still people in there. She like, can we talk? I'm like, yeah, for sure. I'm like, yeah, we could talk. So boom, I let her in. So now in the sense when I'm letting her in, Shanice like, okay, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, I'm finna talk real quick. So Marky like, yeah, talking. So Marky like, I'm coming to talk too. I'm like, no, you stay here. All of a sudden you hear private caller, and then you see it come up on the TV, private caller. I'm like, oh my God, that gotta be mom. So I'm like, hold on, wait right here. I'm like, y'all be quiet. So I pick up, I'm like, hello? My mom like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, just in the living room. She was like, okay, Miss Smith just called me. She said she heard a lot of loud noise. And she said it was coming from my house. You got anybody at the house? I'm like, no, it's just me and Shanice and Marky. I'm like, we was playing the music. We got the window open. She said, don't play it's late at night. Why you, Roshan, go to bed. I'm like, okay. She like, don't play no music. Don't play no music. I'll be home in a couple of days. Don't play no music. You understand me? I'm like, yes, I understand. She like, bye. Boom, she hangs up. I'm like, so the register girl like, everything okay? I'm like, yeah, everything fine. Boom. Me and her, we go upstairs to my room. My phone goes off. When my phone goes off, it's Brianna. So I'm like, oh my God, like what she wants? So I'll bump our call. So the register girl like, so what's up?